Put your quarter cream in your pot. Quarter cream in your pot. Your 3/4 cup of sugar. Put that on medium. Stir. And add your 1/2 cup of chocolate. Your Merkin chocolates. And stir. Keep it on medium. You don't want it to get too hot. While that's going, you're going to take your 9 eggs and separate them. Creme brulee only takes egg yolks. So we're going to separate these. I use my hands to separate the eggs from the yolk. You can use an egg separator. But to me, this is just the fastest, easiest way to get that. So you just, how you're going to do it. Crack your egg. Put the yolk in your hand. And let the yolk soak down through. If you would have another project you wanted to use these egg whites for, you could. Just save them. I don't have a project right now to use them, so. That's it. Gonna crack them just like that. Get the yolk. Creme brulee is all about the yolk. Okay, here's my egg yolks. I of course doubled the batch, but we're going to whisk these so they get nice and light and thick. You'll notice the color changes to a light yellow. And when it does that, I'll show you. And my heavy whipping cream, my sugar, and my white chocolates in here slowly come to temperature and melting the sugar and the chocolate all together. So you just want to stir that occasionally. When it starts to bubble on the sides, I'll show you, and that's when you'll know that it's ready. You don't want it to boil because then it'll be too thick. So just gonna start whisking. Just whisk these together. Keep whisking until they're light. I'll whisk and then I'll come back on and show you. You just want to whisk until they're nice and light and yellow and thick. It's getting lighter, a little bit, a little thick. I want to add my vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla into that, and then mix it. I've already stirred this a few times, so it'll take about 10 minutes for all this. This is all melting in here too. It's all melting. Warming up, getting hot. Stir that. Here are my egg yolks. See how nice and light yellow they are? They're a little thick, you can feel it. What you're looking for are those bubbles around the edges starting to boil. Now we're going to temper our eggs with our milk, which means we want to put some of this cream into our eggs for a little bit. Stir that to get it to the same temperature as the milk so we don't have scrambled eggs. All right, temper. So your milk into your eggs and stir to bring it to the same temperature as your milk. Now that your eggs are the same temperature as your milk, you can put it in here and stir. Get all the eggs into here. It's nice and thick, creamy, decadent. These are so good. Now we're gonna put them into our ramekins after I strain them. So our pitcher for easy pouring, a strainer, just in case there's any extra pieces in there that you don't want, like maybe you did scramble some eggs, or you have some little pieces of chocolate that didn't melt. It'll strain it out so you don't have any of that in your creme brulee. See how thick that is? See a little bit of pieces in there. Now that's in here and not my creme brulee. Now you take your creme brulee and fill your ramekins. That's why it's nice to have a pitcher. Just continue to fill them all up. And then we have to put them in a water bath. That's why you want a pan that's high, because these cook in a water bath so they cook evenly. They'll cook at 300, probably about 30-35 minutes. I have my hot water. I'm going to fill this up halfway up the ramekins. Another easy way to do it, if you would already put it in your oven and then fill it, it wouldn't be so heavy because these get really heavy. But I want to show you. So just fill it. Be careful not to splash any water into your custard mix. Okay. I'm going to throw this in the oven. All right, here's the creme brulee from the oven. A little bit of water left in there, but some of it did evaporate out. That's fine. But we want to let this cool. Then we'll chill it in the refrigerator. All right, our creme brulee is chilled. So here it is. I got some sugar. You can use granulated sugar is all I ever use. Put that in there. You can use coarse sugar if you want. Coat it, and just a very light coating of sugar in your creme brulee. This is a butane cartridge with a little torch on it. Turn your torch on. All right, so we're torching. Just gonna take the torch the whole way around. So you see the flame. You want this to be nice, firm, crunchy top. So that looks good. You want the sugar to crystallize and harden. That's where you get your crunchy top in a creme brulee.